Hey guys, welcome to another hydro update. It's Saturday. They've called for more thunderstorms and rain this weekend, but it's really nice and hot out, so I thought I better get out and shoot this video. We'll show you the dirt garden too. There's not a lot going on over there, but we'll give you a bit of a tour. So let's move in a bit closer so you can see some of the plants. So here you can see the cucumber plant. There's lots of cucumbers still growing on it. Still lots of flowers coming out. A couple back in there. Lots of bumblebees flying around. It's doing really well. This pepper right here is still hanging in there. We are starting to get a few flowers on it. Still growing tall, so that's kind of cool. This pepper here is still growing really tall. You can probably out of frame even right now, but there's a bunch of chilies in here. Peppers, I'm not sure what they are. I think they might be red chilies, but I'm not too sure. They don't look like jalapenos, so I'm gonna go with the red chilies. Yeah, this pepper plant's not doing very well. You can see it's pretty wilted. I think it was last week or so we got really heavy rains and winds, and it snapped that pepper plant in half, and it broke a bunch of tomato leaves. So I had seen on the internet where you could tape the stem back together, and a guy had pretty good success, so I gave it a shot. It doesn't look very good, but with the hydroponics sometimes things just change, and they change for good in a hurry. So I'm just gonna let it sit in there. It's a bit too late to get anything planted in there anyways. So I'm just gonna let it ride, and with a little luck, fingers crossed, it'll recover, but I kinda doubt it. As you can see, the tomato plants are still doing really good. A lot of these branches up here, they snapped with the wind and the rains. And I had pruned off, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 branches, and I was gonna cut off a couple more that were snapped, but all these leaves up here were just wilted right up, and you know, now you couldn't even tell that there was any issues. The flowers are still coming out. There's still all kinds of tomatoes in there. So like I said, the hydro is it's like a miracle when it comes to dealing with plants. It's really impressive. It's it just doesn't compare to dirt. Most of the time when a plant, you know, has all the leaves wilted in the dirt, for me they're dead. They're way past saving. So for a beginner who doesn't have a green thumb and who doesn't really have any real interest in getting a green thumb, I think hydro is a great way of going. It's they seem to be a lot more durable. All these plants were, you know, an inch and a half tall when I planted them. They shouldn't have been planted outside. I didn't harden them off. I didn't do any of that stuff. I just stuck them in and away they went. So let's have a look at the deep water. So here's the deep water. The mustard's still growing pretty crazy. Not sure what to do with it. That's kind of the common theme here. The arugula we have been eating, but not that much. It's starting to get pretty woody. The lettuce is so big it fell over, and we just keep plucking leaves off. We've never cut it. The basil over here is hidden, but it's still doing pretty well. The Swiss chard is really good. It's a great growing thing, a great growing crop in these deep water. Even when I hack it right back, oh, some sort of bug. Even when I hack it right down to almost nothing, it just keeps coming back. So that's the deep water. Let's go have a quick look in the dirt. There's the chickens. They're just laying out in the sun. They're not loving this heat. They really dropped with the egg production. I'm down to you know, maybe 1, 2 eggs a day, maybe 3 if I'm real lucky. So that's kind of a bummer. They went on a bit of a strike with the I guess when the post office goes on strike, so do my chickens. But we won't put any in the soup pot yet. Oh, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't put them in the soup pot. I really like the chickens. So there's the potato patch. It's thick. There are a few weeds in there, and when after the rain it really knocked things down, but you know, there's still a few tomato plants growing in there. One, I think this one in the far corner, it's got fruit on it. There's another one right here. There's 3 or 4 in this area because that's where I planted tomatoes last year. So they do really, really well. So there's the beans. We've been hacking and slicing lots of beans. There's still a pile in there. I really should just do them up and can them. With all the rains we've been getting, the bugs have been getting in there a little bit, but you know, they're still doing all right. Lots of weeds over in the peas. And we kind of neglected the garden the last little while. So we'll have to get the kids back out eating them. Oh, tomato plant fell right over. I'll show you that. So there's the pepper plants. You can see there's a real nice pepper going right here. There's a couple on the other ones. The tomatoes kind of come over and take everything over, but try and get them over here. It's a pretty heavy branch with all the with all those tomatoes. I'll have to fix up the other tomato. Yeah, that one just toppled right over, so I'm not sure when that happened. I don't know if something got into it or what, but we'll have to fix it. You can see there's a lot of the rotten bottom. But the tomatoes still seem okay. We'll let the chickens have that. So we'll have to get that fixed. I do see some orange ones, so that's pretty cool. It looks like we're going to be able to harvest a few and make some sandwiches. Over in that corner you can see there's all kinds of cucumbers doing their thing in there. Yeah, over there you can see there's a cucumber hanging down right about there. There's there's a whole mess of them in there. I won't be doing 4 or 5. I think I did six peppers or 6 cucumbers over here and 1 in the hydro. So next year we won't be doing that. Well, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I hope everybody has a good weekend. Looks like the sun's going to stay out for a bit, so I'm going to go make the most of it. Thanks for watching, guys.